Hi CollabCoats! I'm going to be teaching you guys about something that I happen to do really well, which is baking. I'm going to show you guys how to make zucchini apple bread. It's a recipe from a food blogger. I'll link to the food blog below. It's called Smitten Kitchen. If you guys ever need recipes, go there. She's amazing. Anyway, I took her recipe, which her recipe was adapted from others, and then I made my own adaptations, and so anyway, zucchini apple bread, here we go. We're going to be shredding zucchini, which you just use like a cheese grater. I made these into muffins the other day, and I actually almost doubled the zucchini, and I added apples as well, which is what I'm going to be doing today. So yeah, there's lots of extra zucchini in there. You want your pieces somewhere between this and this size. Eggs in baking recipes have a couple of different purposes. For some recipes they're used to add loft or height to the recipe, give it a little bit of rise. Recipes like souffles or angel food cakes that are made mostly of eggs rely on them for that. For most baking recipes, eggs are used as a binder, and that's really just a substance that kind of holds everything together so that your cake doesn't fall into 1,000 crumbs when you cut into it. Some people don't want to consume eggs, or sometimes you run out of eggs, and there are alternative binders for this purposes. I'm going to be using eggs today, but I want an additional binder because there's a lot of zucchini and a lot of apple in the bread. I want to make sure that it kind of all holds together, so I'm going to be making 1 egg's worth of flaxseed gel, and I'll show you how to do that in case you ever want to substitute it. Just for the record, flaxseed is really healthy for you. It's got omega-3 fatty acids and some other nutrients and fiber in it, so it is a good healthy way to substitute eggs if you ever want to or need to. You can buy whole flax seeds at a lot of health food stores. You can also buy already ground flax meal. Basically I just use like a magic bullet thing. I grind the flax seeds until they look like this. 1 tablespoon of flax meal, 3 tablespoons of water, let it sit until it thickens. So basically you take your wet ingredients plus sugar and mix that with your fruit, the zucchini and the apple, and then you're going to mix your dry ingredients all together to make sure that they're well distributed throughout the bread. If you mix all of it together in the same bowl, you run the risk of having like clumps of baking soda stay in one place, and parts of the bread will be flat and parts of it will be extra, like have extra bubbles in it, and it just won't be of the same quality. So it's best if you do go ahead and mix your dry ingredients separately. A couple things that I've done differently. Instead of using 2 8x4-inch loaf pans, I'm using 1 13x9. Another thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some brown sugar, some oats, and maybe a little bit of cinnamon, mix it together and put it on the top. I don't have measurements for this, I just eyeball it. In its most natural form, sugar is brown because it contains molasses, and so when they make white sugar, they remove the molasses from the sugar, and that's why it's called just refined sugar. Brown sugar, typically in the store, has the molasses added back into it, so if you ever need to make brown sugar, you take 1 cup of white sugar and 1 tablespoon of molasses. Just mix those together with a fork really well until they're all meshed, and you'll see it looks just like light brown sugar because that's what it is. So if you ever are out of brown sugar but have those ingredients on hand, you can make it. There it is, covered with the brown sugar and oat mixture. I baked it at 350 degrees for probably about 40 minutes. I basically started at 20 minutes and just kind of went from there. Stuck a knife in it to make sure that it was done. That's it. Alright, there it is. Erin, I loved your maps video, and Alex and Nikki, I'm excited to see what you guys have to say. Alright, I'll see you later. Bye!